Come back in.
Come on, man. Gotta come back in on the point, man. You know, went live, live. Now you got to finish the point. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what point Cutter was taking from.
Bro, we was on some daddy shit. What is like when you the daddy in the house and you got all the kids in the house? That's what we was on though. That's what we was going to.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Because listen, it's a lot of guys that think they daddies or they fathers or whatever you want to call it, man. Daddy, father don't make you no different. But it's a lot of cats that get their baby like once every 3 months, buy some J's, take a picture, upload it, and them boys think they're a father.
You about to pull some cords.
Them boys think they're a father. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and then this is the situation, dog. Them boys don't pick their baby up from daycare. They ain't never have a chat with the people about, hey, how's my son doing? Right. Is he learning? Right. Is he potty trained? Right. You know what I'm saying? Is his cognitive skills, does it look like he's developing here? Right. Is this a good place for him? Like sometimes, bro, people think that they fathering, but all they be really doing is marking time, holding a spot, wanting some clout. They get that baby, they take that picture with that baby, then they say, hey, Mom, you come to get him? You know what I'm saying? Or they call the baby mama. These real life facts that I'm talking about, though, homeboy. I'm talking about behind the chair, shorty got to get up and go get her son while she getting her neck faded because cuz is tired of being a father. He supposed to have the baby for 3 days, but he kept the baby for 4 hours and said he got to go. I don't think we've been able to do that. I don't think we've been able to be that type of father in our life.
You know what? Listen, you pulling strings right now.
You got to.
Because
or else them boys ain't gonna know that they need to make some adjustments too.
These boys out here really don't understand what a father is, period. You know what I'm saying? And like, really, a lot of respect goes out to these women out here, man, that have been carrying the double duty load for so long. It wasn't until I became a single parent myself that I really understand why these women pissed off right now. You understand?
Man, run that shit back. I mean, it wasn't until you became a single parent till you understood why they pissed off.
Come on, man. Listen.
Boy, listen, boy.
This a two-way street always. Ain't no real single parent because it take two to make a child.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? When you committing that act, you're doing it with somebody under the assumption that you ain't never gonna be alone if whatever happened, you know what I'm saying? From that act, that's a contract. You sign a contract.
I think most of the women is doing it under the fact that they think they're not gonna be alone. But I think a lot of niggas got the mindset after I bust this nut, I'm out.
That's a contract, bro. I don't care how you slice it. you sleep with a girl, she get pregnant.
I feel like you feel like it's a contract because you know responsibility.
Nah, that's
a lot of them boys don't know.
But at the end of the day, if you haven't been raised to raise your child, you gonna split. You know what I'm saying? I've been raised with a mama and a dad in the same household for, my parents been married for what, 30 something years, you know what I'm saying? So I seen that bond that they had, you know what I'm saying? So I had my first two babies, two childs out of wedlock, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't married, it was just, you know what I'm saying? We did our thing, we had a baby, you know what I'm saying? But I was still there. But at the same time, me being married now and in the household 24/7, seeing my child when I walk through that door, it's a different feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
And listen, it's the greatest feeling ever. Man, listen.
Let me tell you what gets me, bro. I almost feel sad for the fellas that don't get to experience what we've gotten to experience.
Man, I wanted to experience that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You wanted to be a father.
I wanted to be a father.
Wow.
Man. You know what I'm saying? You got some guys who, you know, like you said, they're going to bust their nut. They're going to just spin that little braid, flash off on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care what other people think of me or think of my family. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
your family.
It's my family.
Hell
as long as my family know what I'm doing and what I'm putting towards my kids and, you know, growing them up the right way, that's all that matters.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that women actually think that deep into, okay, if this guy should become my kid's father, he's going to stay here? Or does he have the background that's going to give him the principles to make him raise his family? Do you think they even think about it? Or do you think they cruise past the warning signs? And
you can't, I mean, that's too broad. You can't say, you know what I'm saying? That's individual.
Okay.
Depending on that woman. A lot of women going to think about it, just like a lot of men going to think about it. And some not. You know what I'm saying? Just depending on how careful.
So you think some people don't even go that deep? You think they don't think about being parents?
It all depends. Some people is out here just living a life. Sometimes you just out here having fun. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're in a committed relationship, and then sometimes you might. A lot of women had that in their mind though. 'Cause a lot of women not just gonna want to go out here and get pregnant.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And when it don't go their right, and when it don't go their way, they wean away. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what you mean by that? Like when it don't go their way?
Okay, you got a certain, you got like category. You got this one woman who go, okay, I'm just gonna have this baby just to get this child support.
Okay.
Then you got another set. Okay, I'm gonna have this baby. I got dreams. I'm gonna make this man my husband. I want him to be the baby my father. I want to spend the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Then when they go that way, it just triggers them like, okay, well, this not gonna happen. Well, I'm a savage now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna turn. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna turn the other cheek.
You going?
Regardless of what you do, I'm still gonna do for my kid.
True.
You know?
But you know what though? Not to get lost in the sauce. You still gotta. There's a guy in this whole thing. So ain't no girl just having no baby by herself. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Right. So it's a mechanism.
So
it don't matter what the women do, because you got a choice unless you got raped. You know what I'm saying?
This an interesting.
You better be the one to think it through. You know what I'm saying?
This an interesting angle, but
you gotta go through that 9 months.
Honestly, do most guys though really think about? This woman might be my baby mama tonight.
Listen,
I might make her my baby mama tonight.
Every guy thinking about it.
Okay, in the back though, in the back.
Well, it's all about intentions, right? If this situation, if this entanglement, right? If the intention wasn't longevity, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna drop
If it wasn't longevity, then you're not intended, so you might be using protection or some kind of other action. You're not intending, so you're not really thinking that far, because you're intending to stop the process short. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But most people, if you're in a relationship, yeah, you thinking that, because you probably either you trying to be careful, you're not trying to be careful. You think about the bills, you think about all, for real. You got to take that all into account. Is this a good time? Is it a bad time?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But when you're in a relationship, it's different. If it happens, you're just like, boom, well, that's just it.
I got something for you scientifically real quick. My cousin was breaking down some real science to me one day, and it never quite occurred to me because I was not really focused on where I was at this age, you know what I'm saying, on the sex level.
Right.
Me and my older cousin, he 50, you know what I'm saying, he know a lot more than me. So we was sitting down chit-chatting, and he was like, you know what? It's proven that you're not going to bust a nut that's as good as the nut you've been busting when you first met your lady. I said, hold up, cuz, what? Yeah, I said, hold up, cuz. You see what I'm saying? I said, what you mean? So then he goes deeper. I'm going to break it down for you. He goes deeper. Scientifically, bro. A man is an animalistic situation in a lot of ways. You understand? But we've been domesticated and we've been taught to behave this way. We've been taught that it's right to find one woman, marry her or fall in love with her, and take care of her. Animalistically, though, it's something in you that make you want to conquer as many women as you can, animalistically though. See, you just got other teachings that try to keep you off the animalistic situation. Now, you know other practices, other places, a man can have as many women as he can afford.
I'm about to say,
you know what I'm saying? In other places, you know, polygamy, they don't like to talk about polygamy, but it is practiced and it's real.
I wouldn't even say it's animalistic. I think it's just I think humanity.
I say animalistic because that's how they understand it. Okay, you understand what I'm saying, Bubba? It ain't animalistic to an animal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to anybody else, it's good.
We
you see what I'm saying?
Animals, okay.
So look, a man can love one woman. His heart belongs to one woman, right? But if something walk by that look good, his loins might be wanting that or desiring that, but that don't mean he love her. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. That mean he might have caught a quick lust situation. Dang, I wonder how that booty feel. I think whatever.
Love and sex.
Hold up, let me finish that piece about the cousin. So this is what he told me. He said, "Cuz, you done had babies now." He said, "You done had babies now. Now get ready for this shit." He said, "So now, when you get to your ejaculation levels, you ain't even shooting as many as you used to. Naturally, bro, your count didn't even went down because you're not trying to get pregnant. Scientifically, genetically, spiritually, in your body, you don't want no more kids right now. So you ain't even gonna blast off the type of way you used to blast off, bro." So I was just saying that's crazy that it's so many things that go on inside of us that we don't even quite understand. But we get ridiculed for it because we gotta follow these set of rules. We gotta follow the stuff that we've been taught to listen to or behave, bro. Some dudes can handle polygamy, and some women could too. Some women might say, "Damn, that nigga want the nookie every night." Hey man, hey, sis, you go ahead and handle this one tonight, cause I ain't lying, I'm tired.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if a man was being a man, had a house for both them women, was taking care of the kids from both them women, would it really be that bad?
Right.
Would it really be that bad if a woman really want a provider, and a woman really wants somebody to raise her kids and bring the bacon home?
This is what I would say.
Shit deep.
This is what I was saying.
Yeah, no, we're coming next there. I'm
I'm-
sorry, I'm
No,
over.
you good.
Hey,
You good.
I was just listening to some
You
brother
good.
polite stuff, so I dropped that in there.
There's always customs and norms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what defines a culture. So things may not be culturally acceptable at current. Doesn't
Okay.
necessarily
Okay.
make them wrong.
Okay.
At one point in time in American culture, it wasn't acceptable that a black person sit down on the counter with a white person to eat a slice of pie. You understand? It wasn't culturally acceptable. Well, we know that inherently that wasn't wrong. You know what I'm saying? So culturally, nah. You don't want to be out here with multiple girls. But that doesn't
Say no
mean
more.
that situation is inherently wrong. You get what I'm saying? And here's case in point.
Okay.
A lot of men, not say a lot of men, there's men out here who cheat. There's
Okay.
men out here who step outside a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Why though?
Why does a man
So
cheat?
we could always just say he's a dog. We could say he this. We could always just throw a name at it. But if we start really digesting it, why is it such a high ratio? And what is causing? What is he missing that he keeps running outside the relationship to get?
The average woman stops listening once they've got upset at the fact that the man cheated. They don't really listen further to even know why.
But there's a
Because their
reason,
emotions
though.
usually stop them from learning what really happened.
It's a reason it happened.
It's some type of reason.
And it
because
might be small and
if he
insignificant,
was so
but then
into
again,
you before,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Or if he's into you right now, or what is the issue that he has? Have you asked him?
Right.
Have you listened to him?
Because you know
Did
what?
you sit down and say, hey, motherfucker, why you got to keep cheating?
Women,
Let's talk about this
women,
for real.
Women rarely assume that the man is suffering. Now, I'm gonna say it like this: there's women who have been sexually assaulted in their growing up.
Right. And that's a
And
sensitive
then women come out, and sometimes they can be nymphomaniacs, or they can perform a certain way. And people who know them say, you know, I feel sorry for that girl because her blah sexually assaulted her and she never quite recovered. We know why she's doing this, right?
Right.
The proximate cause of her activities, you know what I'm saying? It's because she was sexually assaulted.
I know so many women that been through stuff and they seek sex to fill in that love gap.
Right, but we never assign that to a man.
I was just about to say.
Because
Wow,
me and
man.
myself, I was
Wow.
sexually assaulted as a young man by my caretaker. You know what I'm
Wow,
saying?
bro.
Facts. I didn't even understand that I was sexually
You
assaulted
didn't even know.
until I got older. It wasn't that anything I felt any bad way. I had to think back like, whoa, dang, did that happen? Like, I'm tripping. That's a bad memory. I literally tried to kick it out of my mind for a while, and I was like, nah, that happened.
It's society makes
You know
it
what I'm
seem
saying?
like, oh, if you got some sex early, you the man. But your
Nah.
mind might not have been ready for what came with
No,
that.
definitely
that
not. It's
sexual
inappropriate.
situation.
See that?
Inappropriate. Go ahead, Norm.
That's how it is, man. Like, okay, me growing up in my hometown,
Okay.
you know, with friends that grew up in my hometown.
Okay.
Our motto through high school was, man, okay, we're gonna play sports, we're gonna get the girls. And you know, when you get that routine in you for so long, it's hard to break that. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to break that, but once you come out of your shell and break it, you know, it's like you free. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa,
at
that's deep.
the end of the
That's
day, at
deep
the end
right
of the day,
there. I
man,
hear
you free, but still, you got certain men that they don't want to be free. You know what I'm saying? They want to dwell back in what they was doing in high school and stuff. But it takes a man to grow up, man. You got to grow up. You got to you know, separate yourself from the gang. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go get the stuff you want, man.
Exactly.
You can't look whatever you want.
I like that one.
You
Go
gotta
get what
make
you
the
want.
decisions to go get what you want. Too many people making decisions based off what the next man want, and that's why you keep falling in the bad trap, man.
Woo! Hey, I read a
can't
post.
do it like
I read
that,
a post today that said niggas looking for chicks with the qualities of a certain girl, but they be attracted to the body of a certain girl.
That's
The
true.
qualities usually don't line up with the body they were looking at. That shit's so crazy.
That's crazy.
Because when you really sit there, you like, damn. So if my loins lead me to you and my soul didn't lead me to you, obviously we only gonna have physical levels of what we doing.
And that's
You know what I'm
sex.
saying? Do men actually pray and ask for God to send them that woman? You know, like this is something that we got to start practicing.
But at the end of the day,
Something we got to practice.
you got to watch what you pray for.
Yeah, you
know
right
what I'm
now.
saying?
Hey,
Because-
can you handle it when
know
you
what
get
I'm
them?
saying?
Preach,
Because
Pastor.
I pray.
Preach, Pastor,
Hey,
no,
hey, you know what I'm saying? Because listen, you know, I don't want to get too deep, but I prayed for something and
Yes,
it wasn't right.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? So I had to go back to the drawing board.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
And it took years and years and years. But when I found that right one, you gonna man, listen, a man gonna know.
Careful what you ask for.
A man gonna know.
Yeah,
I don't care if
man.
it's 2 months, 3 months in, 4 months in. A man gonna know when he got that right one.
You gonna know.
He gonna put that ring on that finger.
They always ask, how do a man know? You know, people be, you don't know, cuz. What happens is a series of events
Exactly.
because you decide to keep walking the fucking road,
Exactly.
start to lead you closer and closer to that salvation. You don't just know.
No.
I don't care what, I mean, don't get me wrong. You might have an idea. Like a person like me, I was like, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all my little stuff line up I need.
Right.
She's soft, she cute, she's sweet. Oh, shit, okay. Oh, she creative. Oh, she gonna keep me interested.
Right.
See, I can't have no dumb girl.
Right.
I need a girl that go challenge me a little bit. I ain't want no soft thing that gonna just be like, yeah, baby, whatever you say.
yeah,
I need
yeah,
one of the
yeah,
ones that gonna say, hey,
Me
you
too.
know, you
But
remember
see-
when you see you was gonna do that?
Right.
What happened to that shit? But
Right.
you don't say it because you keeping me on my square, baby. I can't go nowhere with no
what you
girl
said you
that
could
ain't.
do. Right.
Bro, I can't go nowhere with a chick that ain't gonna keep me on my square in a sense, and in turn allow me to keep her on her square.
Exactly.
Cause this shit work two ways now.
It work two ways.
They can't just keep you on your square and then you can't keep them on their square because they be slipping too sometimes. And you gotta have a nice healthy situation where you can do that.
Because a relationship will get comfortable quick.
Ooh, comfort is a killer.
A
But
relationship,
comfort will make your whole
Mean by
shit go
that,
down the
man.
drain,
a
but
relationship will get comfortable
That's
quick.
bad.
In a way, it is.
to me it is. Not every man though. Hey, see, Willie run top speed. So comfort for him might be like, oh shit, I've been waiting on this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He a top speed runner. That nigga might need a break. But you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm more of a casual type of guy. I might get a little lackadaisical, you know what I'm saying? So I got me a track star chick so that every now and again, you know, when I see her start running, I say, oh shit, you know.
You got to catch up.
Cause I be happy with what I got, man. I'm a simple type of dude, bro. Like, long as I'm eating, you know what I'm saying? Long as my kids happy, my old
You
lady
happy.
happy.
You just walk around smiling.
But my old lady's desires make me go hard.
Right, that's
In a
tough.
way. Now I got my own set of
Right,
desires.
facts, facts.
But it actually
Feed off
it
it,
actually feeds me and make me go harder to make her happy. Because see, I had asked for her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So I always feel in the back of my mind, but God, remember, I've been crying and I said, God, can you please send me a good one? I need a good one.
Good one.
I need somebody gonna
Hey,
rock with
many
me.
of men have made that prayer. You
Boy,
make it
men done
alone.
made that prayer. They ain't
But,
gonna tell you.
many of men didn't stand up to their prayer that they asked for.
Ooh, I didn't stand up to that shit either. I'm gonna be honest. Like people, people be looking at you thinking you perfect, but I be telling niggas, bro, listen to me, because
Man,
I can
listen.
show you how to get through these situations.
It ain't no book you can open and
Oh, hell no.
you know what I'm saying? It just got everything that's laid out for you to read and to come up. Man, listen, you got to go
Hey,
through.
that'd be a good book, though.
I'm telling you.
That'd be a.
When your girl answers your phone and it's a side chick, oh, page 73. Oh, damn.
Listen, you got to go
Why you
through.
ain't bookmarking?
Exactly.
You got to go through.
You got to go through it, man.
Telling you,
Oh,
bro, you
my
don't get
God.
you don't get no ranks no other kind of way.
Got to go
And
through
them
the
stripes
struggle.
just start to add up on your fucking arm, year after year of endurance. And that's pretty much what it is.
Exactly.
But it's because it's a good thing too. Like a lot of times dudes be like, oh shit, I got the ball and chain. I got the old lady. That's how they act to their homies.
Exactly.
Because your homies ain't really happy you married.
Nope.
See, they mad they lost their homie. They want you to still be in with they in.
Yeah.
And it's almost messed up because when you get married, you still want to be with your homies though. But them boys done kind of treated you different because they like, hey, we out here
That's the
handling
thing.
street situations.
Quality homies would have been able to matriculate.
Quality
with you.
homies.
You know what I'm saying?
But at the
So
same
what type
time,
of
If
homies
your
you
homies
hang
can't
with?
make it through the marriage, then that's good. That they wasn't supposed to come with you. That's
But
what's
some
up.
of them, yeah,
But
that's
that-
true
but
too.
still
But
love
some of
you
them
from a
boys
distance,
take
they
some
just
time to
can't come
mature.
with you.
But
Everybody
at the,
can't come
I was
with you.
about to say, but at the same time, they got to know what level you trying to
Right.
go to. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
A real friend gonna still rock with you.
Some men they don't catch on as quick. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we catch on a little later. They say girls are smarter than guys. You know what I'm saying?
I see now.
But at the same time, I'm gonna put me in. When I first got married, I I still wanted to, chill with the fellas.
Yeah.
Go play the game.
I remember that, bro. I used to pull up back there. You know what time it is,
Go
man?
watch the game late night.
Been my
You know what I'm saying?
dog.
My friends didn't really understand what marriage was
Say no more.
until the first couple years went by and they
Friends
caught
mess-
on.
mess your marriage up.
Boy, look
Mess
here.
your marriage up.
Friends will mess around and make you lose your girl now.
Then they be challenging
Hey,
you
listen,
like, hey,
boy.
let's talk to you like that. You like, boy, you better
You
Boy,
don't
hey,
got your own
hey,
mind, man.
hey, let me tell you, I even
Get
had
up outta
to,
here.
I had to tell my old mama yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife had a little session, decided to let the world in.
All right.
And my mama like, oh, you been nervous. Hell no, I'm with my lady. I've been with her for 13 years. What you see is the docile side of me.
Right.
What you see is me not being who I really am all the time. This me here.
Right.
But see, what happens is with my lady, I can't do this with her all the time.
Right.
You gotta try a little tenderness. So when I need to get the matters of her heart out, I got to use a different method. You know what I'm saying? Because every method, every tool don't get every job done. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a different tool for different
They
jobs.
say you teach people how to treat you. So that
Ooh.
you've been with a woman, your girl not gonna accept that anyway. She gonna command something. That's why you with her. You know what I'm saying? It's a queen. She gonna
Or
command
she gonna be
something.
so real that she done focus on you so much that if she see you in another state, she know you might only be there for a little while.
At that
and
point,
know you coming back.
You supposed to have
You know
that
what I'm saying?
cohesion where you see. It's not about what you want to bring. That's selfishness. It's
Okay.
about what your spouse, your mate needs
Come
you
on
to
now.
bring.
Come on
that's
now.
love.
Ooh.
And people get it wrapped up, and they always want to. Well, I'm just being me. Well, then you need to go be by yourself. You being
I
you.
like that.
That's
What?
that's single.
Well, you need to go
You're
be
not
by
being
yourself
us,
if you
though.
being you.
Yeah, don't be you. Be us.
It's time for you to be you.
You get what I'm saying?
But when you
I
and
had
me,
to
missing
work
a
on
letter.
that.
Be
You know what I'm
us.
saying?
you had to work on that.
I
But that's
had
being
to work
real.
on
That's being real.
I had to work on that because I used to look at myself first before everything else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then when my wife was like, man, listen, you got to, focus on your family, focus on me, then, worry about yourself at the end. You know what I'm saying? I had to gradually get to that point where, okay, family come first.
Say no more.
You know what I'm saying? Family
Say
come
no more,
first.
bro.
Everything else can come after that.
Say
You know
no
what I'm
more.
saying?
I'm big on that.
God first, family, then everything else.
I'm big on that.
You
Let
know?
me tell you why I'm so big on that. I can't do nothing for them kids, bruh. I can't do nothing for them kids, bruh, if me and my wife fall apart. So she got to be first after me. Now, some people might say, oh, that's selfish. But if I go down, what's going to happen to them?
They gonna look
So
at
I
you.
got to put into myself,
They
too.
ain't gonna look at nobody else.
They gonna say that nigga ruined his family. They ain't
Exactly.
gonna never blame the wife.
They not gonna blame the wife.
They gonna say Norman done ruined his whole
I'm
family.
telling you.
My
know.
daddy told me this riding down the road. I was 18.
18.
I had a daughter. He said, son, you're going to have to go out there and live your life. You're going to have to go out there and accomplish the goals and dreams that you have for yourself. Because he said, if you don't, you're not going to be happy.
Come on,
And you're
man.
going
Come on, man.
you're going to put that hate on, you're going to blame everybody around you for what you didn't become. He said, I ain't read this in no book, and I ain't seen this on no movie. He said, I'm telling you, because I lived this. This is my life. He said, you're going to have to find happiness, because he said, if you ain't happy, son, you ain't going to be able to make nobody happy. People got to understand, when you giving love, your cup got to run it over first.
Yes, sir.
Because if your cup
Come on,
ain't
man.
full and ain't running over, all the love that you're giving to somebody else, you're taking for yourself. And that's why people be in relationships and they be so exhausted. And they be like, they be
I'm
mad at the
tired.
person. Loving you, they be mad at you.
Loving them
It's
and
like,
mad
why
at them.
you mad? Because your cup ain't full, ain't running over. So for you to love me, you taking out of yourself and you ain't whole. Now it's a war. Do you love me or do you love you?
And why I gotta choose?
Because
you know
your
what I'm
cup ain't running over.
You see what I'm saying?
You gotta fill it up. You
empty.
gotta love yourself.
And if I'm empty,
first,
if
man.
I'm empty, bro, I'm looking for a piece
And-
of something from everybody, and you
Come
don't
on,
even
man.
know it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you ever seen a dude that gotta like? I'm not talking about a dude that might have just smashed something or something, but I'm talking about a dude that really got psychologically control every woman he with. That's a real deficit right there. And women find that attractive, so they got to be careful about that at certain times. You know what I'm saying? Like I told my sister, hey, listen, I don't care who you talk to, but don't have nobody that have your mind feeling like you confused for feeling how you feel.
Right.
If you got a person that's setting traps for you and mind-boggling you, and they get a kick out of that, you got to run from that.
Right.
Because what's happened to you is you in a mental situation where you in prison and you don't even really know what's being done to you.
But you know what? I flip that though.
Okay.
Because the dude like that has got a deficit.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's so. If you know the train coming down the track, who wrong, the train or the person on the track?
If she could see the damn train.
You know what time it is.
If she could see the
Because if we can recognize
Because some
it,
niggas still
she
trying to get
recognize
across
it.
that track. That bitch be
No,
close.
you know
She
that.
know
What
they
time
trying
it
to
is.
run that
That
track
would
and get
bring
hit.
her. That would bring her in. She like the
Right.
danger. Like,
She
oh,
want
I'm
that danger.
hey,
Why do good girls like bad guys?
Why do bad guys like good girls?
Woo! What you got for me?
Hey, listen.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this.
Hey, good guys, boy.
I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, so do you think a good girl know when she got a bad guy?
Damn, that's what we've been saying the whole time.
If you start beating, I mean,
you got certain circumstances that let you know.
You're like, come on now, that's
bruh,
enough. You're not
I
good
swear,
no more.
I can almost rock with you. But when I went to Orangeburg, South Carolina, and I was in the barbershop, and I heard a lady say, if he beat you, that means he love you. No, bruh, see, don't come at me for this. I didn't say this, my
She
guy.
might have seen that all her life.
She said, listen, bruh, certain women believe this. I promise you, you could do a poll on this thing.
They
bruh.
believe it, but
certain
it's
women
a false
actually
belief,
think if a
though.
nigga beat him, he love him because they might have seen that, you know?
Exactly.
So they associating that thing with
Okay,
love.
check this out, Cutter. Let me
Woo!
break this thing
Especially
down
the
to you.
niggas that don't show emotion.
Let me
They
break this
want
thing
them
down
niggas
to
act
you.
up.
It's real simple to understand.
All right, let's get it.
Give me 30 seconds.
Say no more.
You rewind. Let's go back 15 years on the playground. How did a girl let you know that she liked you? What did she do?
Hit your ass and run.
Hit,
Okay,
yeah.
so here we go. When people don't mature, like Norm said, in love,
Okay.
that is the way you tell somebody you like them. When you fucking 7 or 8,
Wait,
you know what I'm
you-
saying? That's how you,
Damn.
that's the playground. The big girls used to chase me around the playground. They love me. They beat me down, and I'd be like, tell my mom, look at me. They're like, oh, they just like you, boy. I was like, I don't want to be with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
beat me down.
And if
You
you
gotta
never
grow
matured
up.
in love, and if
Yeah.
you never matured in love, that means you've been repeating the same mistake.
That's an immature love. It's
So
an
you never
immature
grew.
love. Because you know what it
Let me tell
is?
you this. Okay, go ahead.
People hate to feel nothing. To feel nothing is worse than feeling pain.
Come on now.
Because nothing is death.
Come on now.
People, if you notice, the people like really sad and they cut and do all that. They want to feel. They want somebody. They'll piss the world off. They want somebody to respond. And if the love won't get a response, they'll go to the other side. They'll do whatever to feel something. People want to. They want to feel something.
Yes, sir.
You know
Hey,
what
I
I'm
had
saying?
white friends in school. You know, them boys used to cut their wrists. Like, for real. Like, them boys have scratches, different scratches. They be like, yeah, man, I just be liking to cut my wrist. Like, I'm like, bro, you serious?
Because it's better. It's better than
They
feeling.
wanna feel
it's
something.
better than feeling nothing at
They
all.
ain't getting no love at home. You know,
what
their
I'm
mama, daddy in the Marines, he all extra hard. The mama, she trying to hold it all together, but she crying and she drinking a lot of wine.
They
Boys
wanna
ain't
be
got
loved.
nothing. They
Kid
want to
in
feel
class
something.
do the same thing. Teacher and call on him. What he do? Act out. You know why? He want some attention. He want to
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
something.
You ain't never lied, boy.
And the women who can't get it, you know what I'm saying? If you never been taught to get that real love,
Exactly.
you're gonna defer to what it is that make you feel something.